in this video, I'm going to teach you how to get clear on what your soul is calling you to do, how to determine what is your next step. Because often we are faced with so many different choices. Remember all those different rays of creation that come out at all of the different angles. Well, all of these brilliant rays of creation create a whole lot of wonderful, amazing choices of things that we can experience here on earth. And so the challenge is getting clear on what is your soul most calling you to experience. Because each of us is here to give God the experience of our aspect of creation. And preferably, we're going to give God the experience of us fully enjoying our specific aspect or angle of creation. And part of that enjoyment is getting clear on what we truly choose. Otherwise, we're just passive and we're taking what we can get. And that is not what the soul wants. That's when we're playing small, we take whatever. And a lot of times we get the leftovers, which is not quite so much fun. So instead, this is about really actively making soul choices and getting clear on what are your soul choices. Life gives us lots of different choices, and we want to get clear on which choice. So one great way to do it is to use your soul's magic of intuition. And this is using your higher senses, not your logic, not your brain, but tuning in and using what we call the Clair Senses. So, right now, I want you to look, as you can listen to me talk and you can scroll down on the page and you see that there are choices right there that could jump out at you. Each one has an image of a seashell. So, without thinking, I want you to tune in. Those of you who are visual in your Clair Senses, one of those images may jump out at you. It may jump out at you and say, I'm the one for you to pay attention to. Maybe it'll look like it's actually moving on the page, or maybe it will look like it gets brighter, or like it starts to dance. For those of you who are auditory, one of those choices may call out to you. It may say its name. It may have a harmonic resonance that gets your attention as you focus on it. And I want you to understand that what I'm telling you right now is not just for how to choose if you want to take one of my classes. This is how to choose anything. You can write it out as a list. You can map it out on a piece of paper. You can write a list of things, scatter them around the page, or put them in a linear list, whichever you prefer. But get them all in one place. And then look at it and see what jumps out at you. What calls to you. And of course, first you're going to ask for your soul to be listening. So we're practicing right now on my webpage, just because it's right there. What jumps out at you? If you're auditory, what calls to you? What makes a noise that you can hear? If you are a feeler, kinesthetic, a person who decides things by how they feel, and that's me, I'm a feeler. One of them, as you look at it, you could even put your hand up to the page. One of them is going to either draw you in like a magnet, like really pull you, physically pull you, or it might change temperature somehow, or it might vibrate. But you'll feel something. Maybe you'll feel an electric spark in your body. Something will happen to get your attention. Again, whether you're looking at my webpage or whether you're looking at items on a list or a scatter plot where you've scattered them out on a page, this is a way for you to surrender. You're surrendering your personality. And you're asking your soul, what is my next best step? What is my next best step? And then there's one more group that is not so easy to identify and choose from. And those are the knowers, the people who know because they know because they know, and they don't know why they know, and they don't get a sensation, but they just know. So the knowers, you will know if there's something here for you. You will know which one. And then the key for you is not to second guess what you know, because you're not getting that outside stimulus. You're not getting a sensation attached to the knowing. You just know. So for you, you want to get your personality out of the way, because the personality tries to convince you to change your mind. The personality tries to convince you that you're imagining you're knowing. So you want to say, shh, shh, personality, go settle down, go take a nap. I'm going to listen to the soul. What does my soul know? And that's the question you ask. Again, whether you're looking at the 6 items on this webpage, or whether you are mapping out items on a list or writing them down, what does my soul know about this? And if you don't get any sense at all, then stop. Maybe none of those choices are for you. Or maybe you need to take a break and sleep on it and come back another time and revisit it and ask again. And that's also a part of the choosing process.